Petroleum dealers are asking for an increase of 30 cents for every gallon of gasoline sold. The president of the Petroleum Dealers Association, Charlery, says dealers will know whether or not they will receive that increase when they meet with the Prime Minister later this week. Although Charlery did not want to provide much detail about the meeting, he says he expects the two parties to come to a fitting compromise. Charlery says this will put an end to weeks of uncertainty and panic buying by consumers.
I believe we have arrived at a situation where you can see a closure is likely to come to that whole thing. I can say that government, in fact, has demonstrated they have taken that matter very seriously. The Cabinet of Ministers has met twice and discussed that matter. In fact, they met on Monday at a special meeting to deal with that. And at their meeting on Thursday, they dealt with it. And a letter coming to me in this regard, Clay said that they would like to communicate with us, petroleum dealers, on this matter. As a matter of fact, you can say they have gotten to some resolution and they'd like to communicate to us. And this, in fact, is in the interest of all concerned.
The dealer's president is also defending the request for an increase in profit margins. In January 2008, government gave petroleum dealers 10 cents more for every gallon of unleaded gasoline, up from 70 cents, and an increase of 15 cents from 55 cents for diesel. If the government agrees to the dealer's request, this would amount to a 40-cent increase per gallon for unleaded fuel and 55 cents per gallon for diesel in the space of 1 year. Charlery says dealers deserve that increase.
We are running a business. We are an entrepreneur. And the cost of doing business is what determines what do you really need. Okay? To do business, it has cost tremendously more to do it now. And as such, if we had a small margin working with, right, taking into consideration what's happening now, we certainly would not be able to continue. Hence the reason why it calls for an increase in margin. Right? Simple as that.
Charlery says his decision as the president of the Petroleum Dealers Association to give the Prime Minister enough time to consider their request was the responsible thing to do. He says he's confident that the government will accede to their request before the end of the week. Shannon LeBon, HTS News, Channel 4.